Hey guys, thank you for joining Pillow Talk tonight. It is 7 o'clock straight up, and thank you for joining me tonight. Tonight we're going to go over part two of taking charge of your wellness. What we're trying to do here, and try to take steps to create better habits and a better uh, health and wellness journey. We're trying to set some of that groundwork, the patterns in your brain. Last week, we talked about baselining your goals and your health and setting priorities, and also the what harmful habits can identifying those harmful habits, those harmful patterns, uh, so that you're able to make some successful steps. So let's jump in. And tonight we're talking about make steady changes. And what do we mean by that? Hello, Miss Barbara. Thank you for joining. Thank y'all for coming tonight. I appreciate it. We're talking about making steady changes. So the part two of taking charge of your health. What you want to do is to begin with your little smaller steps. So you've made your goal, you know what you where you want to be, and now you've make a list of steps that you need to do to get there. So one of the things you'll do is to pick one of the steps for one that on your goal to reach your goal, and you want to repeat that step. You want to get used to doing that step every day. So say or every week. So you take that first little step. Hello, glad you're here. Thank you um, for joining us tonight. And so what you want to do is you want to like you can get a calendar, you can put it in your phone to have like a phone app to remind you, but you want to take that one step and you want to do it every day. Okay, you want or get used to every week. You want to make sure that it's a consistent change. And when I say like one or two things, I really do mean just one or two things, because when you start adding more of the steps other than the two, you have a higher chance of not doing it and not getting to your goal. So we want to take one step. And so it might look like you have a goal of exercising 30 minutes 3 times a week. So what you do, so you may start out, if you're not in the best of health, or maybe you're just starting over and just getting into the habit of exercising again, you may do 10 minutes. Say, you know what, my goal is 30 minutes 3 times a week, but I'm going to do 10 minutes 3 times a week. And you do that for several weeks. And then you'll see that it becomes almost like an automatic thing, like bam, like Tuesdays and Thursdays, we know that's Pillow Talk, Chris. So I'm starting to get into the habit of my brain is starting to say, okay, hey, Chris, what are we going to talk about tonight? What did we talk about last week? What are you ready? Do you have everything set up? And so my mind is starting to go through those steps because I've set a goal to do Tuesdays and Thursdays for Pillow Talk. And so my goal was to do one video, and then it was 2 videos. And so now I've gotten to Tuesdays and Thursdays. So you take that 10-minute walk and you do it Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and you do it for several weeks. And then after you've done it for several weeks and you see you're starting to become like on autopilot, right? When we do things like over and over again, we're laying that baseline in our brain where our brain is picking it up and starting to run on autopilot, starting to do it automatically. So what you'll do is add another 10 minutes, right? So now we're at 20 minutes and you're doing that for several weeks. You see where I'm going with this? And then after you've done it, you're doing your 30 minutes. You see? So that's how you start to build steady goals, steps for in that goal. So then when you hit that goal, you're doing your 30 minutes, whatever. Then after you've done that for some time, the program that I actually run is a 5-month program. And we do these habits for several weeks, several months, like one thing, because what we want to do, we want to build habits that will actually make changes. Okay. And there's a lot of diets out there. There's a lot of different, programs out there. And, people usually say at the beginning of the year, they start to say, I'm going to lose this much weight. But what happens is that we we get these lofty goals. There's nothing wrong with that. You want to have this nice goal set out there for your health and your wellness. But how do you get there? And how do you, once you get there, how do you stay there? And so that's why it's so important that you make steady changes and that you just take a piece of the pie, a small piece, and then you start to do that over and over and over and over again until it becomes automatic. And then you add that next layer, and then you do that over and over and over again. So, guys, this is a journey, it's not a destination. We are going to be doing these, making these steps and these tweaks in our health and wellness in all these different areas that we talked about on our primary plate, so that we are able to live in better health. Okay. So we want to make steady changes. And then the next step is reinforce good decisions. Okay. Reinforce good decisions. And how do we do that? Well, I grew up in a family where when we did something, we had a celebration or something, we celebrated with food. So now, though, that I am on my journey of better health and wellness, I have to pick a different goal. And so something that means a lot to me. And what it is there's several different things I like to do. So one of the things I like to do around, especially this time of year, hello, is to go ahead, and I love to look at the lights. So a goal for me could be where I've reached my goal of exercising so many times that I can pick an event that where I can go see Christmas lights. Where there's one I would love to do, but it's a little chilly outside. But you get on a boat and you go out and you look at lights, but that would be like something for me to set a real goal to reinforce the good habit of exercising however many times a week I decide to do that. So that's what you want to do. What is it that's something that you really love to do that also will increase your health and wellness? Maybe it makes you feel really good. So it helps bring your stress levels down, and we get that lower level of inflammation in our body when we feel better. So one thing that you love to do where you can set that as a reinforcement for you for making good decisions throughout the week. So maybe it's a book that you love and you put that book out there. Maybe it's in your little Amazon shopping cart and it's there. And when you hit these goals, you're able to purchase that book. So doing things like that to help reinforce us, give us that good feeling of accomplishment and reward. You want to hit that reward center, because when you hit that reward center, then you want to do what? You want to do whatever it was that got you that reward, right? So we're going to continue to do those good things, and then we can get a little reward. It reminds me of when I was small and I would go to the dentist and I'd get my teeth cleaned and he'd fix my teeth or whatever. And then at the end of that, we got to pick up, if we were really good, we got to pick a present out of the treasure box. And so I remember being really good in the dentist chair because I wanted what was in that treasure box. And so that's what I'm telling you guys to do. What does your treasure box look like? And I want you to start to use your imagination a little bit on this journey, okay? Because we want to build our toolbox, which it could be a physical box. And in your toolbox, you'll put things in there that help you reach your goals. If it's eating, you may put like eating plans in there. It might be your number for your accountability coach. It could be a present in there. Like when you hit so many, you've made so many strides in your health and wellness journey that you can get that little present out. Something. I want you to start using your toolbox and use your imagination in this because it reinforces your good habits. So I want you guys to out there thinking about your toolbox, and your toolbox could be whatever it is that helps you to maintain your health and your wellness. Okay. And then also use your imagination and try to think a little bit outside the box of something that you can do, or you can participate in once you've hit some goals. Okay, so we want to talk about. We want to be reinforcing those good decisions, those bite-sized pieces that we've done over and over and over again to start those good new habits. All right. So, what's next? So, we look at what we're telling ourselves. Okay. And I'm going to go back later and update the description on this video. I want to go a couple more steps. We want to create, or we're going to create our story for ourselves. Okay. So you want to really pay attention to what you are telling yourself. What story are you telling yourself? Do you have those limiting beliefs where you're not good enough? I will never lose weight, or I won't be successful, or I will never attract love, or my finances will never be that great. Is that what you're telling yourself? And if you're telling yourself that story, what happens is your mind starts to look for pieces in that story, and then that becomes your story. So we really want to be careful about what we are telling ourselves. And you want to question those limiting beliefs, okay? You want to get out a piece of paper and be like say you tell yourself, I'm never able to lose weight. Write it down and then go back in your history and check off where you've lost weight. So then you can be like, you know what? That's not true for me. I was able to lose weight before. I am able to lose weight now. And see, you start telling yourself a different story. So you changed it from I'm not able to lose weight, I will never lose weight, to I am losing weight. I am able to lose weight. I am able to lose weight. And here is the evidence in my history where I was able to lose weight. Okay. So I've done it before. Even if it was 0.5 pounds, you lost that weight. And so you can go back and write against that limiting belief. You can go back to that and say, hey, no, 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 no. I've done A, B, and C. This is not my story. This is not true for me. Okay. And that can be for everything in your life. Everyone has ups and downs. Say maybe it's a financial situation, and that's part of our pie, right? That's part of our primary plate, and your finances are off, and you're like, well, I'm going to always be broke. I'm always going to be poor. I'm always going to be blah, 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 blah. And then your mind starts to look for that. And you may start spending more because you feel bad, or you feel like you can't hold on to money because you're not worthy. And that's what happens when you tell yourself that limiting belief that you're poor, that you're unable to save, you're not, so that's what happens. You start to build this story around your finances. So I want you to go back, write that down, and go back in your history of when you were able to save a little, when you were in a better situation. So then you write those things down so that your mind can see, hey, no, 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 this is not my story where I'm always broke, I'm always struggling, I'm all blah, blah, blah. No, because there have been times in my life where I have been able to save a little, where I have been able to have a little extra in my pocket, where I have been able to live a little bit better. So you write those beliefs down, okay? So thank you. Go back to see where you were successful. Yes, that's what we want to do. We want to go back to see where we were successful. And then you write that down, and then that becomes your story. So as you can see, is like as you do this exercise and as you write these limiting beliefs down and you go back and you put where you were successful under each one of those limiting beliefs, you will start to see your story come alive right before your eyes. Okay. You'll see that, yes, I was able to lose weight. I am able to lose weight. I am able to do that again. My finances, I was able, I remember that time where I got to go on ABC trip because I did put a little bit here and I was able to save. And then what'll happen, your mind will start looking for areas in your life to attract money to you, for you to save. Life will start presenting opportunities to you because your mind is looking for them. Okay. So whatever you're writing down, make sure it's positive, because you don't want your mind out there looking for bad stuff. You want your mind looking out for the good stuff. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start keep having our mind sharp And we're putting these beliefs down here, these excellent, wonderful beliefs where we've been successful, so that our mind can, while we're sleeping, while we're working, while we're out with others, our mind is going to be looking for those wonderful things to be able to, yes, encourage yourself from your own success. That's what it is. I love that right there. That is exactly what it is. Encourage yourself from your own success. Okay, because sometimes you won't have the person around to encourage you. You need to encourage yourself. My mom always said that, Chris, you got to learn how to encourage yourself. So that's really a great thing. Your story of success will encourage you for where you're at now. Okay. And I love that. That is amazing. So that's what we're doing today. We want to go back and we're just going to recap just real quick here, because I don't want to hold y'all long for tonight. But we last video talk about take charge of your wellness, building those belief systems into our brain, where they're healthy belief systems where that we can repeat, and you continue to do them so that they become autopilot, become good habits. You want to set your goals for your health. You set your priorities. What's a priority to you in your health and wellness journey? And then you want to identify harmful patterns so that you can come behind identifying that pattern, and come behind it with some good things to do so that you can break that bad pattern. Okay. And make steady changes. That's the next step. Make steady changes, one step at a time, little bitty bites, where you repeat over and over again until it becomes a habit. And then you can add your second layer, repeat over and over again, and so on and so forth. All right. And then reinforce those good decisions with some little treasures. Get a treasure box, put some stuff in your treasure box. And so that when you hit some goals, you're able to pull out something from your treasure box. Okay. And then to review your start, when you have those limiting beliefs, immediately write that thing down and then go back and look at where you've been successful in that area. So to remind you that you have had success in that area at one point or another. Okay. So that's all I have to share with you guys tonight. It was a lot in a short period of time. So please go back and listen to the video as many times as you need to get these steps, so that we are able to take our health and wellness to that next chapter in our life, you can take that next step for your better health. And so that's what we're doing here, guys. We're just keeping it really easy, because this is a journey, and we want to make sure that once we hit a success, we want to stay there and build on that success. We want to go forward. And so I'm really excited for you guys. I can't wait to hear your stories about what you're doing. Please put it in the chat, like one thing that you're changing, and the one or two things that you're doing to get to that goal right now. That I would love to hear that feedback from you all. That's really exciting to me. I want to know. And also, when you share, well, they say sharing is caring. Other people get to come back that even are online with us tonight. They get to come back, and when they watch the videos, see your comments and be like, oh, wow, I can use that tip. I can put that tip in my toolbox. I can use that little gift and put that in my treasure box, so that when I hit my goals, I'm able to do that. So that's what we want to do. We want to share everything we have inside of us, to share it with others, because we've all been blessed with something to share that's positive. So thank you so much for your comments tonight. I love these comments. They've really blessed me. And really, I love that encourage yourself from your own successes. You need to coin that. That is wonderful. And so thank you so much for being here with me tonight. Let's go ahead and do our breathing before we can relax. So first, we're going to sit up straight. Why do we sit up straight? So we can get that spine long, and we can get those bones and those muscles just all stretched up, and we're not slouching. And then we want to roll our shoulders, relieve some of that tension, do some little wiggles. Just wiggle. Just be silly. Just wiggle. Just do some wiggles. And then after we get done wiggling, getting all that extra little energy out, let's take a deep breath in. Let's breathe in. Let's breathe out. All right, so let's begin our breathing. So let's breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Release. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you all so much for coming tonight to Pillow Talk. And so next week, we're going to continue on our discussion on building this next chapter in our health and wellness and our story, because we want these success stories to show up in our health and wellness journey. So you all have a good night. Make sure you get a nice rest tonight, and we will see you on Thursday. Bye-bye.